You are listening to the Artist Spotlight Archive. This program originally aired on October 30th, 2021. Welcome to the Artist Spotlight, where we feature 3 in a row by our Artist of the Week. My name is Michael Drange, and this week we are featuring the music of singer-songwriter Cristina Cooper. She has a brand new release, which we will be hearing a bit later in the show, but first, we would like to thank you for being part of our Artist Spotlight series.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me on your show today. I'm really looking forward to it. I think it'll be fun. I love talking about songwriting, and I'm really excited to share some of my songs with you today. And yeah, I think it'll be a good time. Thank you so much.
So, Cristina, we have singer-songwriters from all over the world on our station. Can you tell everyone where you are from, and how would you describe your music for our listeners that are not familiar with your work?
So right now, I live in San Diego, California. I have lived here for 19 years, which really is crazy to say because time has flown by so fast. I actually grew up on the East Coast in Massachusetts, and I always feel like I'm a New Englander at heart. I always have that in my blood and always will, no matter where I live. So yes, I'm a Red Sox fan and Patriots fan, but yeah, for the last 19 years, I've lived in Southern California. I love it here. It's so beautiful. The weather, of course, gorgeous. You can't beat Southern California weather. So I do love it here in San Diego. But I will say I do miss home too. All of my family is out there on the East Coast, and I do miss the weather there sometimes. The seasons and the snow and the fall leaves. I definitely miss that stuff. But yeah, currently I'm in San Diego and it's going great. I really love it here. And to describe my music, I would definitely say I fall in the singer-songwriter category. Usually it's just me and my piano, and that's the way it's always been, and that's the way I love it. Ever since I was little, I would just sit at my piano and whatever comes out, comes out. And as I was growing up, mostly that was songs about heartbreak, losing love, finding love. And throughout the years, and as I've gotten older, it's kind of shifted more into empowering songs, life lessons. So yeah, I tend to think of my piano as like a diary, and I will sit down and just pour my heart out. And most of my songs tend to be ballads, and that's okay. I love writing a good slow song. I think a lot of songwriters will agree that, writing a song about something sad is sometimes easier. But, not all my songs are sad, but I definitely love writing a good ballad, and you will definitely see a theme of that with my music today. And also on my latest album, which is called Keys. It's mostly just me at my piano and lots of ballads, but it's what I love. It's who I am, and I wouldn't change it for the world.
I am here with singer-songwriter Cristina Cooper. The first song we will be playing today is entitled Wake Up. What can you tell us about this song?
So for this song, Wake Up, I wrote it many years ago. I had a lot of fun writing this song. I think it was really cool because I wanted to do something different in the verse than the chorus. So in my verses, you have this feeling of sadness, this feeling of longing for that person, that love, that lost love. And then in the chorus, you realize, oh, wait a second, I have you. Here you are. You've been here all along. And it's that dream and then wake up experience. And I think a lot of us can relate to that. We've all had dreams that we've lost or don't have that person that we love so much. And then we wake up and realize, oh, there they are laying next to us right now. We have them. And it helps us to remember not to take things for granted. And so it was kind of a neat song to write in that way. Actually, I had somebody tell me once, this is a country song. And I said, wait, what? They said, this is a country song. They could hear the twanging guitars and the big power drums coming in. And, I think maybe it does have a little bit of that country flavor to it, but I kept it mostly to my style, which is, the piano acoustic style. And I really like it. And it's my best friend's favorite song. So, of course, I had to include it for her. But anyway, I hope you enjoy it.
I can't go on. Then I wake up and you are there with me. I wake up and you are holding me. Thank God, I'm so relieved. Baby, it was just a dream. Got in a fight again. You say this is the end. You walk out the door and leave the key. Thought things were better now, and then we worked it out. Sit in my bed and cry to sleep. Then I wake up and you are there with me. I wake up and you are holding me. Thank God, I'm so relieved. Baby, it was just a dream. I don't wanna close my eyes. I don't wanna dream tonight. Then I wake up and you are there with me. I wake up and you are holding me. Thank God, I'm so relieved. Baby, it was just a dream. Then I wake up and you are there with me. I wake up and you are holding me. Thank God, I'm so relieved. Baby, it was just a dream. Baby, it was just a dream. Baby, it was just a
We are featuring the music of Cristina Cooper in today's Artist Spotlight. I always like to find out how people got started in music. How did you get your start in music?
So I got my start in music very young. I think a lot of musicians will agree when I say I was singing before I was speaking. I just loved music as a child. I loved singing. I loved listening to it. I loved playing any instrument I could get my hands on. I started piano lessons at age 4, and I continued that all through my childhood. I just loved the piano. I would sit down and sing, and I think that's really where I got my start in songwriting too. One of the very first songs I wrote is a song about my cat, and it's hilarious, and it's all about my cat and the colors of her fur and the games she would play and, the mischief she would get into. And that song's hilarious. And what's funny is I actually recorded that song on cassette tape, and I still have that tape today. And I love going back and just listening to it every now and then, and some of those early songs that I wrote, because they're just so funny. Back then I would write about boys at school or my parents or what I was doing that weekend. And it's just really fun to look back and hear those songs. But moving beyond that, I ended up picking up guitar. And in high school, I was part of the high school choirs and I did the musical theater, and that was really fun. And then for college, I knew I wanted to go to the Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts. That was my dream school. And when I got accepted, I was so excited. It was so much fun. I loved my years at Berklee. I learned so much there. It was just a wonderful experience. I ended up majoring in songwriting, and I got my bachelor's in music. Shortly after that, I moved to California, and out here in California, I was doing all of the bands thing. I was performing a lot. I loved that, and I actually ended up going back to school and getting my master's degree in education in teaching music. I just knew that I had to have a career in music, whether it was performing, whether it was teaching, whether it was on the music business side. I just knew that, working in music was something that I would always and forever do. So I got my teacher's credential. I can teach children ages kindergarten to 12th grade here in California. And I just find that so special to be able to share my love of music with students. It's really a big passion of mine. So yeah, that's how I got my start in music. And then, throughout all those years, I just constantly kept writing. And writing was the one thing throughout all those years that just was always there. And there was always a song being written. There was always a song being recorded. There was always something in my mind that had to come out. And that still continues today. And it will forever continue, I think, for the rest of my life.
I'm always interested in connections between songwriters. So I have a couple of questions. First, who would you consider to be your biggest influences as a songwriter, and who do you have on your listening playlist today that wasn't there 5 years ago?
So as far as influence goes for my songwriting or for my music, I can't really pinpoint one particular artist that I would say has been the biggest influence, but I think it's more of a lot of different artists influencing me throughout the years. And it's constantly changing. I love to just listen to new styles and new genres and just kind of get inspiration from anywhere. When I was growing up, it was always Jewel and Tori Amos and Fiona Apple and Sarah McLachlan and female artists like that who had a similar style of that acoustic, piano playing style. I loved that, and that definitely influenced me in the earlier years. But I also had so much classical influence too from playing the piano. So I loved Mendelssohn and Chopin and, composers that just had a lot of emotion in their music. But then I also loved, classic rock. I loved the Beatles. The Paul McCartney and John Lennon, the way that they wrote songs was, so inspirational to me. And then I loved Queen and Led Zeppelin and, all of these classic rock artists that just had these really good melodic and emotional songs too. I could say some artists from every genre that have influenced me over the years. And if I were to say someone who has, been an influence to me lately, in the past 5 years, I would say a really cool upcoming artist. Her name is Tenille Arts, and she's actually a country artist, believe it or not. And I just love her style. I love her voice. I love the way she sings. She's, I think, going to be pretty big one day. Tenille Arts. She's really cool. I've been listening to her a lot lately. So yeah, I'll pull from some country influence and some rock influence and some singer-songwriter influence. It all kind of morphs together and into my own style. So I really love that.
We are here with singer-songwriter Cristina Cooper playing some of her music. The next song, Leaving You Behind, was just released yesterday. Can you tell us a little something about this song and this new release?
So my new song, Leaving You Behind, is all about taking back control and leaving those things that no longer serve you behind. I think we can all relate right now in one way or another to having a situation in your life that either was toxic or that wasn't serving you or that, you have kept in your life for the wrong reasons. And you get to a point where you say, okay, it's time, it's done, I'm leaving this behind me, whether that's a person, whether that is a place, it could be a thing, an experience, it could be anything in your life. And you've just decided, you know what? I'm done. I'm leaving you behind and I'm moving on and I'm taking my life and I'm going to continue to be strong and move on from this thing and be better off in the long run. And it's so important to do that. I think right now in the climate of society right now, there's a lot of turmoil. There's a lot of, with the pandemic and with the political climate and with a lot of things going on right now. A lot of people are experiencing these feelings of, needing to let go of something and moving on, whether that be a friend, a relationship, anything. And so I wrote this song. I felt inspired to write this song for all of those things. In my own life, I've experienced it. In my friends' lives, I've seen a lot of this happening. And, the line in my song, I'm taking back my life and leaving you behind. And it's not a negative thing. This is a positive thing. This is a moving forward, and it's a taking control, but in a positive way. And I think that it's a good thing to do. And we should all do it at a certain time in our life when we've hit that wall of whatever that experience is that you just need to let go.
I walk away, I shut the door and hide the key. You'll never get away with what you did to me. I won't say your name again as long as I'm breathing. Your words go out the window of my mind, erasing every photo from my timeline. I won't say goodbye again. This is the last time. And every little thing that I ever gave to you, I wish that I could take it back. And every little heart that I wore on my sleeve, I guess it wasn't made to last. You can hate me if you want, you can talk behind my back. I don't care, I don't care. You can call me every name, you can tell me I'm to blame. I don't care, I don't care. 'Cause every little thing that you ever did to me, you better believe it doesn't hurt me. I'm taking back my life, leaving you behind. You tried to be a leader of the pack. You thought that everybody had your back. What you failed to see was me rising above that. I played along to your silly games. I knew I should have walked away from the pain, but hey, I'm only human at the end of the day. And every little thing that I ever gave to you, I wish that I could take it back. And every little heart that I wore
You are listening to the Artist Spotlight, where we're featuring the music of Cristina Cooper. I'm always interested in how people go about writing songs. Do you have a typical process you use when you write a new song?
My process for writing songs is pretty straightforward. Usually it's just me sitting down at my piano and seeing what comes out. Usually I'll just tinker around on the keys and come up with a chord, and then it leads me to another chord, and then I start humming something, and then I start singing in like fake words like oohs and ahs and hums, and just seeing what comes out. And I really love that process. And for me, it's very quick. I can write songs very, very fast. The music part, the part that takes a little longer for me is the lyrics. That always comes second to me. I will spend a lot of time trying to figure out the lyrics. Writing the music is very, very quick, but then the lyrics just takes a little longer. I have done it in reverse, where I have written lyrics first and then applied a melody. It's a good challenge for me to do it that way, and I've been trying to do that a little bit more. I've been writing lyrics in a journal and then taking that journal over to the piano or to my guitar and trying to come up with something that way. I've done it both ways, but I will say, at root, I am a music writer first and a lyricist second. Sometimes I will get ideas when I'm driving in my car, or I'm in the shower, or I'm sleeping, and I'll grab my phone and I'll sing something into my phone. And that's really fun when that happens. I wrote a song called Merry Christmas Baby. It's a kid's song, a kid's Christmas song. And I actually wrote that when I was driving through the desert. It just came into my head. The chorus of that song came into my head, and I was like, oh my gosh, what is happening? At first, I thought, is this a real song? Does this already exist? And I think a lot of songwriters will relate to that, in that you sometimes will write something that just feels so natural and so almost established from the start that you wonder if it actually is a song that exists. But in this case, it did not exist. It came to me, it popped in my head. And when I got home from that long car ride, I immediately sat at the piano and I wrote the song in about 2 minutes. It was already out, and I was like, wow, this is so cool. Ended up recording it and releasing it, and it's out there. Merry Christmas Baby, you can go listen to it. But it was just a really cool experience of writing for that song. So, but yeah, I mean, I love it. I can sit down and write a song anytime. I will get writer's block every now and then, but what I've found is that a wonderful way to break writer's block is to do something else that's creative, that's not music. So whether it's art, painting, drawing, photography, something else that's creative, and really immersing yourself in that outlet will help break the writer's block. At least that's worked for me. So anyway, that's my process.
Where can our listeners find more information about you and your music?
So you can find my music and my songs anywhere you stream music. So whether that's Spotify, Apple Music, iTunes, Amazon, YouTube, you can pretty much find my music anywhere. You can even add my songs to your fun TikTok videos or your reels on Instagram. That's always fun. But yeah, you can find my music anywhere you stream. And I have right now several singles out there, and I have I have 2 albums. I couldn't remember for a second. Yes, the first album I made is called Vintage Lullaby, and it's actually songs for kids or for anyone who needs to relax or wants to relax. They're all lullaby songs. I took lyrics and words and poetry from the 1800s, and I made them into songs and wrote my own music to them. So a lot of them will be lullabies that you remember, but the music is different. And it's a really cool album. And then I have a couple singles out there. And then my latest album is called Keys. And it's mostly just me and my piano. I even have some piano-only songs on there, which is really cool. So I hope you check me out and listen to some of my songs. If you want to follow my musical journey, I would say I post mostly on Instagram, and I'm under Cristina Cooper Music. You can find me on Instagram, and I post all the time about anything and everything music related, whether that be my teaching, my songwriting, anything that I'm interested in that relates to music. You can find me there.
Before we play our last song of the day, How Do I Show You? Can you tell us what you are up to musically these days, and a bit about How Do I Show You?
So right now with music, of course, I'm writing new songs, I'm recording. During this pandemic, when we've all kind of been at home, I've used that time to really, really get better at my music production. I love recording and adding instruments and making songs and mixing and mastering. I love all of that. And I've been getting really, really much better at it. And so, during this time at home, I've built up my home studio. I've gotten, a lot of practice and with different software applications and different mics and different ways to record. And I've really found that fun. So, and I've been making demos of songs I've written that are outside of my genre, even some hip hop songs and rock songs and country tunes and dance songs and electronic music. And that's been really fun to kind of explore things outside of what I regularly do. Aside from that, I hope to, one day get back in the classroom with the kids. I know right now it's not a good time for music teachers out there because of what's going on with our pandemic. Music teachers really aren't able to do music class the way we're used to. So in the future, I hope to see that come back and, performances and being able to perform and to have concerts and shows. That's starting to come back, which is really exciting. So hopefully I'll do a little bit more of that soon too. But for now and for always, I will just be sitting at my piano and writing music. And that's just my favorite thing to do. This last song, How Do I Show You, is really just kind of going back to my roots of just me sitting at my piano and writing a song. There's no other extra instruments in this song. It's very simple. It's straightforward. It's a love song. It's not depressing. Even though it's a ballad, it's a love song, and I just find it to be one of my favorites. I love singing it and love playing it, and I'm really excited to share it with you today. So thank you so much for listening to my songs today and hearing me talk about my music. It really means the world to me that you tuned in to take a listen, and I really, really appreciate being able to be on the show today. And I'm really excited to listen to other songwriters and other guests that you have on the show. This has been really fun. So thank you so much.
How do I show you that I love you? How can I make you see what you mean to me? Can I tell you over and over again? Can I call you every day? Can I write a song from deep in my heart? Will it matter anyway? I don't wanna lose this thing, this feeling I have inside me. I don't wanna see you leave my life without trying. See, I think you're beautiful. Can't you see I admire your strength? Can't you see that you're smart and you know what you want? So why don't you want me? Is it only in my mind that I think that I have a chance? Now's the time to prove me wrong. Take me by the hand. How do I show you that I love you? How can I make you see what
You've been listening to the Artist Spotlight here on Southern California Singer-Songwriter Radio. Today we featured the music of singer-songwriter Cristina Cooper. This program airs throughout the day on Saturdays and can be heard as a podcast at www.podcast.socalsingersongwriterradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to the Artist Spotlight Archive. This program originally aired on October 30th, 2021. To listen to any of our archived Artist Spotlight shows, visit www.podcast.socalsingersongwriterradio.com or your favorite site for podcasts. Thanks for listening.